Well, good morning, everyone. It is about 6:30 in the morning, and I thought you all might like to come out with me to grab the cow for milking and also to get a little tour of our cattle herd, just to introduce you to our cows and explain a little bit more about our cattle management. Good morning, girls. So this cow over here is Vivi. She is actually the mother of our other two dairy cows, well, dairy cow, dairy heifer at this point. So Vivi was born to my sister Pearl's cow, and she's half brown Swiss, half Jersey. She was born, let's see, 6 years ago, and she was kind of ornery as a heifer. I remember one time she jumped the fence, but she's since gentled down to be a really good cow. She actually almost died of milk fever whenever she had her first calf, or a few weeks thereafter. So I'll have to tell that story sometime, how we had to treat her for milk fever. Now, I believe she is going to have a calf next month. So she is currently dry, so she can eat grass and be in really good condition for her next lactation here. Now is Genevieve. She is Vivi's first calf, little heifer. She was born 3 years ago. She had a calf this past February, and she's currently giving about gallon to gallon and a half a day. We're milking her. She's the only one in milk at the moment. It is Lausanne. Lausanne was Vivi's heifer from last year. So far Vivi's had 2 heifers. We'll see what she has this next time. Lausanne is very spunky. So hopefully, like her mother and her sister before her, she will gentle down to be a really good milk cow when she does freshen. But at this point, she is very spunky. And let's just say if I have to actually move her from one place to another, I like to have my husband do it because of what happened last time. This is our beef cow, Lavender. Lavender was born to one of our former beef cows about 5 years ago. She has a funny story in that she was really slow to grow, and she did not have a calf at age 2, and they typically do, despite being run with a bull, for quite a bit of time. So we assumed that she wasn't able to have a calf. And then she came here and she put on a lot of weight and grew much bigger. And then I started to get suspicious that she was expecting, so we did an at-home bovine pregnancy test, and sure enough, it was positive. And she had a calf. So I think she's going to have another calf in December this year, so we'll have to be keeping an eye on her, making sure that if the weather's bad, she's not calving without some help. We can put the calf in the barn if need be. And it looks like Genevieve is going up to the gate because she knows it's milking time. Lavender does have a beef calf from last year, and he's been growing really well. He's actually half dairy, but for his size, for being half dairy, he's a really good size. And she was also letting one of the other beef steers or beef calves nurse her as well, so she was nursing 2 calves, and she's in good body condition. So I'm pretty impressed with her mothering abilities. Now we'll bring Genevieve up to be milked. And this is Barnaby, Genevieve's bull calf. He shares quarters with the billy goats at the moment. So we pretty much milk once a day as soon as we can. Usually when the cow first freshens, she gives a ton of milk, and we have to milk her twice a day, or at least check up on her twice a day. But usually after a few months, their production drops quite a bit, and we like to get them onto a once-a-day milking schedule. That has two benefits. One, it frees up our evenings so we have more family time, time to work on other things. Two, it actually, I think it's better for our cows since they're grass-fed. We don't feed grain, really. It helps them to put on more body condition and not just milk for all they're worth. Doing grass-fed only for dairy cows is actually rather difficult. You really need to watch their nutrition, make sure they're not losing too much body condition, or you could have a cow that gets ketosis or even hypocalcemia. So we like to do the once-a-day milking. You don't get quite as much milk that way, but we feel that it's a worthwhile trade-off for a small operation like ours. Now, we do supplement with alfalfa pellets, usually especially in the winter and the fall. But right now we have so much fresh green grass, it doesn't really seem to be necessary. I should mention that we also calf share whenever the calves are fairly small till they're weaned. So that is helpful. Not only does it help the calf to grow really well, but if you, for example, need to take a day off so you can have a day to rest, maybe some Sunday you just want to get ready for church and you don't want to have to milk the cow first, then having a calf to help with that, or if you have an emergency and you can't milk the cow, having a calf to do the milking all for you can be helpful. I will say one of the downsides is the cow tends to hold back her hind milk, which is the creamier milk, so you may have more trouble with having dinky little cream lines and not getting as much cream. But you can find ways to manage that, and it only lasts for a time anyhow. And now I'm going to chill my milk in an ice bath. So that is our herd of cows in a nutshell. If you enjoyed, thank you for watching. Is he giving to the chickens?